If you've noticed your toes dragging, if you've stumbled more often, or if lifting your foot while walking feels harder than it used to, this video is for you. It might feel frustrating or even scary, but you're not alone. Foot drop affects thousands of older adults, and it can sneak up on you after an injury, nerve issue, or even a mild stroke. But here's what most people don't realize. Foot drop isn't always permanent. And it's not just about getting older. Often it's about weak or inactive muscles and stiff joints that haven't been moving the way they should. The good news? You can retrain those muscles. And you don't need pills, expensive devices, or fancy equipment. In this video, I'll show you 3 gentle seated exercises, backed by real rehab science, that can help wake up your foot, rebuild control, and help you walk more steadily again. Let's take that first step. Together. Foot drop is more than just a strange name. It's a condition that makes it hard to lift the front part of your foot. This can cause your toes to drag when you walk, increasing the risk of trips and falls. In seniors, foot drop is often linked to nerve damage, stroke, diabetes, or even just long periods of inactivity. But regardless of the cause, the result is the same. Walking becomes harder, slower, and more exhausting. Many people try to compensate without even noticing, by swinging their leg out wider, lifting the hip too high, or leaning their body forward. These habits might help in the short term, but they can lead to pain, joint problems, and even more imbalance. That's why it's so important to take action early. The longer the foot muscles stay weak or inactive, the harder it becomes to regain normal movement. But with the right exercises, you can rebuild strength, improve ankle mobility, and restore control. And the best part? It can all start from a simple seated position right at home. Let's start by waking up the key muscle responsible for lifting your foot, the tibialis anterior. This muscle sits along the front of your shin, and when it weakens, it becomes harder to flex your ankle and clear your toes during a step. That's exactly what leads to foot drag. This first movement is called active range of motion ankle dorsiflexion, or simply ankle lifts. It's gentle, effective, and completely safe to do while seated. Here's how to do it. Sit in a sturdy chair with your back supported and both legs extended comfortably in front of you. You can place your feet flat on the floor or slightly stretched out depending on your flexibility. Focus on the affected foot, or do both sides for balance. Slowly pull your toes up toward your shin, lifting only the front part of your foot. Keep your heel down and your legs straight. Pause at the top of the motion for 2 seconds. Feel the muscles along your shin working. Lower your foot back down with control. Don't let it drop. Repeat this movement for 10 to 15 repetitions. Important tips: don't rush. Controlled motion is key. You should feel effort in your shin, not pain in your joints. If both feet are affected, alternate legs or do both at the same time. If it feels too easy, you can add light resistance later using a towel, elastic band, or even your hand. But for now, focus on pure motion. Why it works. This movement reactivates the dorsiflexor muscles, improves ankle joint mobility, and strengthens the connection between your brain and foot. In seniors, especially those who've been less active, these muscles often go offline. This exercise helps turn them back on. How often? Start with 1-2 sets of 10-15 repetitions, once a day. As you get stronger, you can increase the number of sets, or hold the contraction a bit longer at the top. Even if your foot doesn't lift much right now, don't get discouraged. The movement will improve over time. Every small lift counts. Your nervous system responds to repetition. The more consistently you train, the more confident and stable your steps will feel. Remember, this is not about perfection, it's about progress. And you've already taken a powerful first step by showing up. Now that we've activated the ankle through motion, let's build strength with a safe and powerful technique, isometric contraction. This means tightening the muscles without moving the joint. It's ideal for seniors, especially those with limited strength or instability, because it removes momentum and reduces strain on the body. This next movement is called isometric ankle dorsiflexion, and it's excellent for safely challenging the same foot lifting muscles we used in the last exercise. Here's how to do it. Sit comfortably in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Cross your unaffected foot over the top of your affected foot. If both feet are weak, start with one at a time. Now, try to lift the toes of your bottom foot upward while gently pressing down with your top foot to resist the movement. Don't let the bottom foot move. It should stay in place while your muscles tighten. Hold this gentle push and pull for about 5 to 7 seconds, then relax. Repeat the isometric contraction for 8 to 10 repetitions. Important tips for safety and effectiveness. Keep your breathing steady. Don't hold your breath. The pressure should be firm but not painful. You're aiming for muscle engagement, not a battle. If your knee or hip starts to tense up, adjust your leg position until you feel the effort mainly in your lower shin. Why it works. Isometric exercises build strength in a very specific part of the movement. For foot drop, this helps remind your ankle muscles how to activate under pressure, even when the foot isn't lifting fully yet. This is key for walking safely, especially when your brain still struggles to coordinate the movement. And because you're seated and not moving the joint, there's almost no risk of injury, making it perfect for seniors with arthritis, nerve pain, or recent inactivity. How often? You can perform 1 to 2 sets per day, gradually increasing the hold time to 10 seconds as your endurance improves. Modifications. If crossing your legs is difficult, ask a caregiver or family member to provide the resistance. You can also use your hand to gently push down on your foot instead of crossing the legs. Even if your foot doesn't move much yet, the muscle is learning. The nervous system needs these repeated signals to reconnect. With consistency, these invisible contractions turn into real strength over time. This is a calm but crucial part of your recovery. Think of it like recharging a battery, quiet on the outside but powerful inside. Now that we've activated and strengthened the muscles that lift your foot, it's time to improve the flexibility and mobility of your ankle. Tightness in the back of the lower leg, especially in the calves and Achilles tendon, can make foot drop worse by pulling your foot downward. Stretching helps release that tension and gives your foot more freedom to move upward. This stretch is called ankle dorsiflexion with a towel, and it's incredibly gentle, but powerful. Here's how to do it. Sit on a firm chair or on the edge of a bed with one leg extended in front of you. Wrap a towel, belt, or exercise band around the ball of your foot, not your toes, not your heel, right in the middle. Hold both ends of the towel in your hands. Gently pull the towel toward your body, keeping your knees straight. You should feel a mild to moderate stretch along the back of your lower leg, your calf. Hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds. Breathe slowly. Release gently and repeat 2 to 3 times for each leg. Important safety tips. Never force the stretch or bounce. The goal is a steady, comfortable pull. If your leg trembles or you feel a cramp, ease off and try again more gently. You can also do this stretch lying down with a pillow under your knee if sitting is uncomfortable. Why it works. This stretch improves the flexibility of your calf muscles and Achilles tendon, which directly oppose the dorsiflexor muscles we've been strengthening. By loosening the back side of your ankle, you're giving the front muscles more room to work and more power to lift the foot. Stiff ankles are very common in older adults, especially those who've been inactive, use walkers, or wear heavy shoes. Over time, this tightness limits your ability to move your foot naturally when walking and makes foot drop worse. Regular stretching can break that cycle, restoring a more natural walking pattern and reducing your risk of falls or missteps. How often? Start with once a day. As your flexibility improves, you can do it morning and evening, especially after sitting for long periods. Modifications. If you have trouble reaching your foot, loop the towel around your foot before sitting down or ask someone to assist you. You can use a long yoga strap, robe belt, or even a dog leash. Anything that lets you control the pull gently and steadily. Bonus tip. After the stretch, try lifting your foot just like in exercise 1. You might notice it feels easier or smoother. That's because your ankle has just gained a little more freedom, and every bit helps when rebuilding function. This is the finishing touch of your exercise routine. It brings mobility, relief, and calm to the system you're working so hard to improve. You've just completed 3 of the most effective exercises for seniors dealing with foot drop. And if you've made it this far, you should feel proud. Taking action, especially when your body feels unsteady or unfamiliar, takes courage. And this is only the beginning of what's possible. Let's review what we've done together. You activated the muscles that lift your foot with simple ankle movements. You built strength safely with isometric contraction. You gained flexibility through gentle stretching that supports every step you take. These are not just movements, they're messages to your brain, nervous system, and muscles saying, "We're still here, we're rebuilding, we're not giving up." But what now? Here are some key tips to keep you moving forward with confidence. Be consistent, not perfect. Even just 5 to 10 minutes a day can make a huge difference. It's not about doing everything right. It's about doing it regularly. Start slow and listen to your body. You don't have to push through pain or fatigue. If something feels too hard, scale it down. Progress happens in layers. Use support when needed. Whether it's a chair, a family member, or a wall, there's no shame in staying safe. Support builds trust in your body again. Wear proper footwear. Avoid loose slippers or shoes without support. A good pair of supportive shoes can make walking safer and easier, especially when dealing with foot drop. Talk to your doctor or physical therapist. If you have diabetes, nerve damage, or a history of stroke, these exercises are safe, but it's always smart to keep your healthcare provider in the loop. Don't forget your wins. Each time you do these movements, even if it's just 1 rep, you're building neural connections, strength, and confidence. Need more help? We've got full video guides on building leg strength, improving balance, and preventing falls, designed specifically for seniors like you. Check them out after this one and create your own routine that supports your goals. If this video helped you, please share it with a friend or loved one who might be struggling with balance or foot weakness. You could change their life with one simple link. And in the comments below, tell us, "I'm fighting foot drop." Let us know where you're starting from or what part of the routine felt best for you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. We're creating more senior-friendly videos every week, from gentle workouts to balance training to daily movement tips that make life easier and safer. You're not done, you're just getting started. Stay strong, stay steady, and we'll see you in the next video.